Story so far between Apostle Johnson Suleman of Omega Fire Ministries and Mike Davids as it concerns sexual relationship between the wife of Mike Davids and Apostle Johnson Suleman. So the story is that Mike David is accusing Apostle Johnson Suleman of sleeping with his wife, a story that his wife has debunked, and initially Apostle Johnson Suleman was silent. But recently, after a lot of stories being reported, there is another reply by Johnson Suleman.
I avoided you because of the way you talk. But it's clear to me now that you are possessed with a demon. The same thing that makes me avoid you, keep repeating them. You will die premature. God will punish you. Whatever you're looking for in this life, you will not get it. I stepped aside now to make this call. God, you will die untimely death. I from the day I noticed you don't know how to talk, I stopped talking to you. It's like you didn't notice. I was free. I was chatting. From the day I noticed you don't know how to talk. When I noticed it, I said, because I'm very temperamental. My temper is not good. That's what I'm telling you tonight. I'll make you disappear.
Disappear as how, sir?
You are a bastard. Stay off my phone. I avoided you because of the way you talk. But it's clear to me now that you are possessed with a demon. The same thing that makes me avoid you, keep repeating them. The besties you gave me, if you don't provide them, God will punish you. If you don't provide the besties that you gave me, you will die premature. God will punish you. Whatever you're looking for in this life, you will not get it. The besties you gave me, I stepped aside now to make this call. God, you will die untimely death. I from the day I noticed you don't know how to talk, I stopped talking to you. It's like you didn't notice. I was free. I was chatting. From the day I noticed you don't know how to talk. You will know what is making somebody angry. You will be repeating it. The best, this matter of somebody else, is what made me start withdrawing from you. From the day I threw chats, I was so open when you are abroad. I was so free. When I noticed it, I said, because I'm very temperamental. My temper is not good. So I'm working on it. So anybody that would make me react, I avoid the person. That is how I work on my temper. And I will tell you, stop this talk. You will repeat it. The best things you gave me, if you don't provide them, you will die. That's what I'm telling you tonight. Don't text me again. I'm a very dangerous person. Just be careful. I've warned you, you will talk something. I'll say, shut up, this talk will make me bad. You will repeat it. You will repeat it. Don't do that with me, oh. You don't do that with men. I'll make you disappear. Don't do that with me. I've warned you separately. You are a bastard. Stay off my phone.
So, Mike Davids has sued Johnson Suleman for 2 billion naira. And in reply, Johnson Suleman slapped him with a lawsuit of 5 billion naira. Mike Davids claims that he wasn't dismissed from Omega Fire Ministries, that instead he left on his own free will. But Apostle Johnson Suleman says that he was dismissed due to the nature of blackmail. We bring you another video of Mike David at length speaking of the fact that Apostle Johnson Suleman has got his account frozen and has police after him. And we have a lot of questions concerning Mike David's claims. There's a lot that needs to be verified. Yes, there's a 2 billion lawsuit and there's a 5 billion lawsuit. But we need to understand a few things. How can Apostle Suleman freeze Mike David's bank account? Such order cannot come from a pastor. It has to come from some higher authorities. The policemen that Mike David claims are after his life, who are they receiving salary from? Are they paid by Apostle Johnson Suleman or are they paid by the government? Mike Davids claims that he has a wider story as it contains Stephanie Otobo when she accused the apostle of impregnating her and breaching a promise to marry her.
Well, good evening everyone from in Nigeria and from around the world. My name is Mike Davids. My attention has been drawn to a video that was made by Apostle Johnson Suleman 24 hours after my audio was released. And that video that he made addresses two major things principally, which I'm going to respond to right about now. The first one is that he claims that I was never the one he was addressing in that video, in that audio, and that that audio, the conversation as it were, was made 3 years ago. And secondly, he claims that he sent me out of Omega Fire Ministries for reasons of blackmailing other pastors and what you have. So I'm going to respond to them very quickly. First is that the audio I released is the original audio, and Apostle Johnson Suleman knows as much as I do that that audio is the original audio. The one he released is doctored, fake, manipulated. Don't forget that I was part of that system for 16 years, and this is all part of the system, all of these manipulations and all of the gimmicks that goes on, behind the scenes. We all know how these things play out. All right, so don't even go there. You're right, because all those ones you are releasing is a lie from the pit of hell. That it was some persons you were addressing and all of that. Then two, that you sent me out of Omega Fire Ministries for reasons of blackmailing, pastors. I was never in that habit. Now I want Nigerians to know, and everyone around the world, that it is a lie. I left that ministry because I became very convinced that weakness is never the same as wickedness. And it became very obvious to me that my eternal destiny was not in view following the kind of leader, that I was following. And that if I continued in that ministry, I knew where I was going to end. All right? So I left of my own free will. You were never the one that sent me out of that ministry. I was tired of your ungodliness as a leader. And that was the major reasons I left that ministry. All right? So, to forget all those manipulations and all those cheap lies that you are trying to buy Nigeria with. They already know the truth for themselves. You get what I'm saying? Then secondly is, we all know the part I played in Stephanie Otobo's saga. You know as much as I do. All right? How much involved I was in bringing that issue, that saga, to a halt. All the traveling to Sapele was part of that privileged team that was dispatched to Sapele. That was managed by a crisis communication expert known by almost everybody. All right, I don't even need to mention name. You know me as much as I do, and you knew how we got Stephanie Otobo to come to the altar and apologize to Mama, and brought to Stephanie Otobo's mother to Auchi. Are you get what I'm saying? I'm coming to that issue. All right, because you are pushing me real hard. I'm coming to that issue because I'm sure that the world and Nigerians would be interested to know how Stephanie Otobo eventually came to Auchi to make that confession the day she actually did. They want to know what really happened. All right. So Apostle Johnson Suleman, you know as much as I do that we both knew what happened. I will come to that. All right. Then thirdly is that as far as I'm concerned, I'm also aware that a lien has been placed on my account. All right, well, probably through your agents and those that you are using, who I don't know who they are. You have released policemen after me, looking for me everywhere to get me arrested and all of that. You are supposed to be a man of God. All right, and I don't know why you are releasing the police against me, and I don't know why they would have my account freezed so that I will have no access to funds and all of that. So I want everyone around the world to be aware of what is going on. Presently, as I speak to you, my account has been freezed, which is not a problem. And I want you to know, Apostle Johnson Suleman, that despite all you are doing, you are oppressing, manipulating, and all of that, threatening my mom. I've received informations of the people you are sending to my mom to threaten the poor woman and all of that. Let me tell you, I am not perturbed. All of this doesn't move me at all. As a matter of fact, they are getting me stronger by the day. Apostle Johnson Suleman, let me advise you, as a leader that you claim you are, you have 48 hours to instruct those who have a hand in the blocking of my bank accounts to undo whatever they have done. If they don't, you will not like what is going to follow. Don't say I didn't give this warning, because you are pushing me very hard. Are you get what I'm saying? And as far as I am concerned, I don't want the body of Christ to be dragged longer than necessary than it already had. All right? So these are just the few responses I have to the video that Apostle Johnson Suleman have done. I leave you all to be the judge of whatever it is that is happening. Apostle Johnson Suleman, don't forget, we'll meet in court.
He says he was part of the team that brokered the agreement between Otobo and the apostle that made Otobo go to the church to beg the apostle, and saying she was being sponsored by some higher powers. Now, the same attitude of blackmail that was reportedly one of the reasons Mike Davids was asked out of the church, he's now using against Apostle Suleman, saying he's giving him 48 hours to unfreeze his account. Well, the rest you will listen to in the video, but just to reiterate our point again, what power does Apostle Suleman have to freeze his account, and who is paying this policeman? Then again goes the doctored audio tape that was circulating the whole internet of Suleman threatening Mike Davids. But there is been another audio tape that is being said to be the original of Suleman clearly being heard threatening another person who turned out to be a female. A situation the man of God has already apologized about. Yes, we cannot say the apostle doesn't have any blame, because this is not the first time he's been accused of sexual immoralities. But then we need to actually understand what exactly is going on here. This is the little we have to say concerning this so far, and be sure that we're going to bring you more as the story unfolds. We'll be covering the 2 lawsuits, and we'll be seeing where we'll go from here. This is Donald AKTV. Remember to subscribe and to click the notification button for more.